Welcome to round 3 of the SRA GTi Championship, brought to you by Vivid IT, Bitstream, TGN Racing Simulators and Sim Race Africa. Very interesting couple of things that we need to make you take notice of. First of all, with me in the studio after unable to race, Ryan Ludik, having power issues, which is not load shedding related. But anyways, welcome back, Ryan. And I think I'll let you introduce the new rules that we have with regards to the classes, the new restrictions that we tested, and that seems to be working quite well.
Yeah, good evening, Melvin, and good evening to everyone watching. So yeah, as Melvin stated, we have some exciting changes, if I could word it correctly, as we believe that it seems to be working very well. So for starters, we've got obviously 4 classes, your classes A, B, C, and D. And to avoid heavy contact, we've implemented some power restrictions to the classes as we run classes A and C together, and then B and D together. So classes A and C will not have not received a power restriction. First of all, to get the guys to break away first and just fight their own battle, as well as for Class B, where with Class C we've made it a little less harsh, if I want to put it that way, that we've only got a 50% power restriction for Class C, and that's just due to the guys being a little bit more experienced and a little bit quicker as well. So we don't want to take it all away from them. But it creates for some fantastic racing. It gets the guys to learn the cars better, and so forth. And then obviously for Class D, our low experienced drivers and slower drivers have a 75% power restriction. And might I just add, these cars are a handful to drive, and they do become quite intense on understeer through the corners on acceleration. So having a power reduction actually makes the cars a lot more drivable and gives the guys lots of opportunity to get to know the car and get to grips with it, and hopefully get the guys feeling a bit better about their racecraft as well.
Yeah, so it should be interesting. Well, qualifying again went to the Mark II Golfs. I'm going to cross over the guys already on track, and these are the 2 cars to beat tonight. I mean, they were flying in qualifying. John Massou, Jordan, they've been working on the setup. You can hear the guys revving up there, and they are off. As you know, Tony Russ, not an easy one. So let's see, can these guys get in a clean first lap?
It's always a scary moment down in turn 1. I hope for the best.
And there you can see Jordan in the lead. John Massou going for the inside there. Melvin goes right on their tail. And there Henry Kraus. So you can see that Mark 1 Golf's already on pace 1, 2 and 4.
Absolutely clean. We can see the entire grid came through turn 1 very cleanly. Very nice to see. And John Massou is hungry already. He doesn't want to hold back from the start. And yeah, got to get those tires up to 10 first, though. Another
interesting thing that has changed during the week, Jaco Wiese now having joined the Bitstream team in his Mark II Golf, and he's already being chased hard by his teammate. A welcome return to sim racing after a long absence. None other than Cape Townian Janu van der Westhuizen, always at his happiest in a polo.
Oh yeah, for sure. And on that note, I don't know if there's something happened with the changing teams, but it seems like Mr. Wiese's got a huge amount of understeer again.
Well, his teammate wasn't there to help him, and then we see Jaco falling back there. And the thing we were talking about, you can immediately see Class A pulling away from Class C. Currently, Chris Foley having gone off there. Unfortunately, we're going to try and see who is leading Class C. I do believe that might be, Main Witten there in a massive dice with Rudy van der Westhuizen. Rudy running a bit wide there into the barriers. And that is then Rion Schulz taking the lead in Class C, followed by Wayne Mitten in second. Then we have, that's Lloyd Mills currently in third place in Class C, and he is followed by Rian Fourie in another polo.
Yeah, and might I just add, Rian scores leading the pack for Class C and has become quicker and quicker and definitely getting his way up the ranks. I mean, he's been doing outstandingly well and definitely a future contender to look out for.
And a massive dive going on here. Jark for ever so slightly pulling away there. We see Janu in the background going off. And we've got John Masu. He likes, that's why he's got the sign up stickers. Or this way up. John Masu trying to get away from Melvin Gous there. And Henry Klaas trying to catch up. So there's a polo sandwich at the moment. And then Janu in turn in 4th place. He has had a bit of an off. So he's under pressure now from Jaco Wiese as well as Dylan Visagi in the only Class A PZN paddle beaters polo out there.
Not a polo.
Ah, sorry, polo. Ah, sorry, golf. I'm watching the polo in the background.
But yeah, gonna take a lot for Janu to catch up because if one doesn't make that slipstream on the main straight, it's quite difficult to close the gap. And when the cars in front are all under slipstream, it's really difficult to play catch up.
So Melvin Gous really pushing the polo now, trying to catch up to John. John in turn is trying to catch up to teammate Jark. We know Jark is very strong in Tony Rusty. He showed it last season and he is absolutely flying again. The polo there using the track and more. And Henry Klaas, very clean racing line through there. Can he catch up? It looks like he has a bit of a better drive out of the final corner as they go onto the main straight.
Yeah, and Jark's not going to hold back. He sees Melvin and John Masu fighting it out in the back, and he just wants to break away and secure the win.
And Janu there, still currently in 5th place, getting used to it's his first time back on track, and he's absolutely flying. He got thrown into the deep end. He was said, "Here's a polo, you're in Class A, drive it or break it," and so far he's driving it.
Well, it's very early on in race 1. There's a lot of racing still to come.
Currently a massive dice ongoing here. We're going to drop back to Class C and see what's happening there. Carl de Bruin there at the back. He is being... Oh, and we see Carl has had a big off there. So his car not looking that well anymore. But he's chasing Rudy van der Westhuizen at the moment in the PZN Polo. That's actually the PZN Polo that I was talking about. And then unfortunately Rian van der Westhuizen must have had an off. He is way down the field trying to make up... I think it might have been him and Chris Foley having to get together. Because they're both way behind.
It could have been, and it must have been quite serious because they still further behind than Rudy and Carl, which already had offs as well.
And you see Wayne Mitten now. Wayne Mitten has taken the lead. He's getting used to his new pedals, getting used to the car, quite an absence, and currently leading Class C. 2nd place, Rion Scholes in the LTR Racing Polo, and then he is being chased hard by Rian Fourie as well as Lloyd Mills.
This is going to be quite a battle because that as you can see that moves are being...
And Rian gets it a bit sideways as does Rion. So this allows Lloyd to possibly take the lead there. He moves into 2nd place in class.
Unfortunately, I don't think Rion saw Rian in the mirrors.
Dylan van Wyk there on the inside there of Rian Fourie now going for 3rd place in Class C. And does he make the move stick? Yes, he does. And really gets it a bit sideways and a braking, but he hangs on to it, falls back, and wisely waits for another corner to pass Rian Fourie there.
That's what you call making use of an opportunity. I see the guys tend to take it a little bit wide through that corner because, as we know, that
barrier
is very hard indeed.
And now currently, Jark Jordan far away. He's about 4 car lengths ahead of John Masu in 2nd place. As said, they've got these cars dialed in perfectly and really moving. 2nd place there, just talked about him, John Masu in the ever colourful rainbow thingamajiggy golf there, JBV Patrol. And he's actually pulling away from Melvin Gous. Now Melvin Gous is starting to get under pressure from Henry Klaas. And for once the Martini Golf, well again the Martini Golf seems to be staying intact. Oh, and Melvin runs wide there.
No, there's a slight bit of damage there, but I think good so far, considering. Oh, that's going to get close.
That is quite close to the barrier there. And Henry now right on the tail of Melvin Gous there. Is he going to be able to make a pass down the straight? We know this Golf is super quick. Melvin again starting to struggle with tyres.
Yeah, I'm really pushing hard because keeping up with these Golf Mark 1s is a challenge on its own, especially when they're so well sorted around. This track specifically.
And you can see Jan van der Westhuizen as well in the background there. He has actually driven this track before, so he knows it quite well. And getting to terms with the polo, and it does seem like he's catching. We see Henry Kraus going for a dive on the inside there. Will he be able to pull it off? As they come down the straight about 2-2. Oh, very sideways there over the bumps.
Fortunately, not too bad, but keeping it nice and clean and respectful. Now it's a drag race up to the top of the hill.
You can see. Just going to stick with this dice, and then we go back to the
grunt though.
We'll go back to the Class C dice now in a bit. Just going to stick with this one, see if Henry can make a pass here.
Late on the brakes there.
And John Massou also going off track now. So John,
lucky not to have lost it there.
John is also pushing really hard to catch Jacques.
And they have, as far as I can see, they have delivered exceptional qualifying times and times that is very seldomly obtainable. So very well done. And yeah, they're not going to stop.
They were both in the 108s. So far in the race, they are absolutely flying about 0.2 to 0.3 seconds a lap quicker, and we can see they are catching up in the distance there. They are catching up. I think that is Jacques Potgieter being caught up, so he also had an off somewhere. And so now the Class A guys has to work with a back ender. Oh, and Jacques has gone to the pit, I do believe. He is not on the track anymore.
Oh, very late.
He is really, really late on the brakes there. We're going to stick with this one.
I think that was a brown moment, though.
Well, he's not holding back, and neither is Jano. Jano van der Westhuizen is really, really catching up quick now. So he's starting to get to terms with the polo. And so far, this side up sticker has stayed that side up.
Indeed. I wonder if John is also just backed with pace a little bit. Wondering if, coming to grips with it and, trying to not make mistakes. It's so easy to do it on this track. It's one wrong move on a curb and it sends you all flying.
It does bite you. That is so true. And you can see Melbourne pushing really hard to try and stay ahead of Henley. The little Mark
Super
1 Golf
as well.
Really, really fast on the straight. So you've got to get the polo exceptionally well out of turn the last corner to stay ahead of the Golf. And
no, that's for sure. And obviously break the slipstream effect.
Well, as the guys are dicing, we're quickly just going to hop back and see who is currently leading Class C. Wayne Mitten there, all on his own, ahead in Class C. And then Rion Schulz has also come back now. He is now in second place in Class C, and he is followed by
Lloyd Mills.
Lloyd Mills in the LM Motors Golf. And you can see a bit of impact on the side there, so they were in the wars ever so slightly.
Yeah, but Wayne delivering an astonishing result. I mean, it's good to see him getting used to the pedals and his setup in the car as well. Being comfortable with your equipment is absolutely essential.
So I see Yandre also having joined the chat there. Evening Yandre, well, nice to see you there. And we're going to stick with this one now. Henlu trying every possible move. Oh, and Henlu has run wide. Oh, and Henlu's lost it.
That's bitten.
So that is Henlu losing a lot of Dylan Visagi passing there. So Henlu goes from 4th place in Class A right down to last place. Unfortunately, he just touched the grass, overcorrected it, and the Golf bit him hard. Possibly one or two martinis too much.
Yeah, and that's another place. Really, all places on this circuit is not really a place to go off because it's dangerous. There is just no runoff room. And no place, no time for mistakes. Well,
the closest dice at the moment on track in Class A is Jaco Wiese trying to fend off Dylan Visagi there, quite an experienced racer, but still struggling to get to terms with the Golf. He doesn't seem all too happy with it, but he is always up there. He's a real clean racer, and you can really dice in close proximity with him. You can see him locking up there, pushing really, really hard. Jaco Wiese then currently lying that off by Henlu has promoted him to 5th in class, I believe.
I believe so, yes. And on the discussion of Dylan, I'm not sure that he has had too much time in previous leagues on Tony Rust. So I don't know if he's also still uncomfortable with Tony Rust itself and trying to learn the track as well.
Not an easy track to drive. And going back to Class C, Wayne Mitten there, all on his own, getting used to his new pedals. Running Class C at the moment until he gets back up to speed. Quite happy with that. And in the background there you can see Rion, only his third or second race, but he is absolutely flying, not holding back.
Oh, he's definitely he's getting that gap bigger and bigger between him and Lloyd Mills, and again, like I say, delivering an exceptional result and getting stronger and stronger with each race.
Also very good to see Lloyd Mills there getting to terms. Also very, very new to Assetto and doing a good job there, running in third place in Class C. We then see Rudy van der Westhuizen, fourth place Class C after his massive shunt in the barriers in the specific corner. And he's being chased hard now by Rian Fourie.
Yeah, but Rudy must have managed to pass Rian, because he was behind him. So, must have been a good pass, and almost sketchy there.
So already in the PZN Polo Racing, the PZN Racing Polo, they're doing a good job after he's off. But it seems like Rian, who also had a bit of an unfortunate off, into the barrier. And you asked me earlier who touched that barrier. Well, there you have it. That thing bites every single time.
Very, very odd. Oh, I wonder if Rudy doesn't feel comfortable with his setup, because I see him quite oversteery on brakes.
Yeah, especially that corner. The car was really oversteery there, so I don't know why he's struggling with understeer, but still managing it. And yeah, the Class C battle here, guys. We're going to go back to Class A at the moment. Jacques Jordan, all on his own. He is well in a way, and you can see John Musu still using the track and more.
Yeah, using more than the track is not really an option, I'd say.
Well, there's no runoff. It bites. We've seen that with Mr. Lucas there, but we know the reason with him. If he doesn't bend the car in a race, he's not happy. So you had to bend it.
Fair enough.
So currently second place there, Jean Massou. Third place, the first of the Bitstream cars, Melvin Gous there. Fourth place, a welcome return to SRA and especially the Polo League and Inner Polo. Mr. Jano van der Westhuizen there, still on all four wheels, keeping that car nicely intact.
In the background, we still see Jaco Wiese and Rian van der Westhuizen.
Dylan Visagi. So Jaco Wiese is still fending off Dylan. But now you can see the understeer has returned. Jaco's struggling now with understeer. Will this allow Dylan to catch up to him?
Because we tend to know that when we see this amount of understeer, we know those tyres won't last.
And Dylan is catching up quite quickly now. You can clearly see it. Oh, and Dylan a bit of oversteer there, but that's not going to cost him too much time.
Sometimes it works in your favour around here. But he's definitely catching, and Henry in the background as well, catching up to Dylan Visagie.
Yeah, Henry has got the body damage, but he hasn't got any mechanical damage, it seems, and he's not really catching now. He's hanging in there, but he's struggling to catch up to these guys. So Jaco not too far off pace here.
But I think everyone driving the Mark 1s are like kind of deliberate on the bodywork damage, because it seems to have a better effect on aerodynamics than what they are in a normal state.
They break them, they go quicker. I think they shed body panels, they get lighter.
Indeed, must be.
Well, we knew coming into this race the Mark 1s was going to be quick. They absolutely love this track. Not so much when we go to Killarney and some of the other tracks. Then it becomes Mark 2 territory.
Well, all is yet to be revealed, because the guys are working exceptionally hard on the setups, and who knows, maybe they got it sorted out for them. It could be an interesting surprise.
Well, everybody looks like they have more or less settled down. Not too much going on out there. Jacques Jordan there still building the gap. John Massou unable to catch up, running wide. He is literally using the track and more, trying every single move in the book to try and catch up.
Yeah, I think it's costing him time though.
It does look like it. As he goes into turn 2 there.
Yeah, look, I think he's making time, but out of small mistakes, with running on curbs, I think that does cost him a bit of time, and that just makes it
Ooh, locking
a
up
no
there.
gain situation.
So he's really, really pushing.
And Melvin as well. A very late apex there.
So John is really on the limit, over the limit. They're about 3/4 through the race, so they'll soon be dropping into dead time with one more lap to go. And as said before, the field, John Masuda in second place. Melvin goes down to third. Janne for the Westhuizen in fourth place now.
Yeah, he's dropped back quite a fair bit now.
He's quite. Jakovic is still maintaining that gap, so Dylan not catching up too much. But in the background, the Henley Cross has started to catch up a bit.
It's definitely going to be interesting because I know for a fact Dylan Versace is not an easy man to pass, and Henley's going to have his work cut out for him. I mean, those Mark IIs can become very wide.
He didn't hit the barriers too hard because there's no damage to the Golf, unless he's fitted some other panels onto it. But the Golf's still looking good there.
He left some there in practice, and he knew that when he was going to go off there, he could just slam on another set to get done with.
So Wayne Mitten there, Class C. As said before, guys, they're running a 50% restrictor, so not nearly as quick as the Class A cars. Even if they're driving as hard as they possibly can, they will not be able to keep up there. But Wayne comfortably in the lead in Class C, getting back into the groove. He is running new gear. We've allowed him this time. He's actually a Class B driver, but whenever you change your setup, it takes some time to get used to it, and it is what's happening here now. Is getting used to the car, and soon he'll find himself back in the action again.
If not, even Klaus has much higher.
That's for sure. Then Rion Schultz there. Splendid drive from him, second place at the moment. And look at this, Rudy van der Westhuizen now currently third in class. That's Rian van der Westhuizen, sorry. They're not family guys. One swears a lot more than the other. But you can see Rudy there in third place. He's being chased now by Lloyd, so I'm not quite sure what happened there. And then Rian Fourie in fourth place. So we're going to keep an eye on this battle here and see what happens.
Yeah, something must have happened because Lloyd did drop quite a lot back.
Oh, and that's race over.
The end of the race?
That is the end of the race. So,
That's not very wise.
So, I'm going to drop over the screen the results then, as we had it and as they finished, is first place Class A was Jacques Jordan. Second place in Class A was taken by Jean Massouz. Third place there, Melvin Gous in the Bitstream Polo. First place in Class C, taken by Wayne Mitten. Second place taken by Rion Schultz, another job well done. And then third place, Rudy van der Westhuizen in the PZN Racing Polo.
Job well done. So definitely some guy. I mean, Rudy has done exceptionally well, especially gaining a podium. We don't often see him there, and it's great to see that he's managed to get up that high and keep himself out of wars too much. But not always his faults, but always seems to be on the bad luck side, and absolutely wonderful to see him on the podium before that.
Well, very interesting thing here is actually in Class B it worked this time round, not so much, but the Class A grid then having turned around. So we have got Dylan Visagi and Jaco Wisse on the front row. Next to them we've got Janne van der Westhuizen and Melvin Gous in the two polos. And then we have got John Massou and Jacques Jordan. And then for some reason Henry Kraus, not sure if he's off, meant he didn't count a lap, but he's starting at the back of Class A. So something with the scoring there went AWOL. I know on some of the tracks, if you go too far off, it does not count your lap, and I think his off might have caused that. Unfortunate events for him, so he's going to have to come back from the back of the pack. Wayne Mitten then starting there in first place in Class C. Next to, right behind him, he's got Rudy van der Westhuizen. Next to Rudy van der Westhuizen, he will be having Lloyd Mills.
provide for some interesting results.
We see the guys in grid there. We're going to stick with this camera angle and see what happens from here. We're going to go to the front of the pack, and Dylan Visagi having his work cut out there. We know Jakovic is quick on this track. He is going to go for it. Actually, quite interesting. 2 Mark IIs in the front row, 2 Polos in the second row, and then 4 Golfs in the third row.
It shows you the pace that can be delivered.
Yeah, the Polo is actually quite a good all-rounder. It's not the quickest, but it is always up there and in there. Whereas the Mark 1 and the Mark 2s have their own designated tracks where they absolutely fly and they're uncatchable. And for the Mark 1, Tony Rust is just a track where they are super, super fast.
Oh, for sure.
And they're off. Let's see what happens. Dylan Visagi getting a very, very good start there. Janu van der
Yeah,
Westhuizen.
a very good start.
A splendid start there by Janu. So Janu is immediately going for it.
It's at the door.
As I said, Dylan Old at this. He's not going to make it easy. He's next to Jakovic. Can Jakovic pull it off as they go up the back straight? Side by side. No contact so far.
And Janu, out of that, didn't manage to get the grid jumps that he wanted.
Ooh, Dylan a bit squirmy there. Allows Meldenhuis to come in on the inside. He takes second place. Dylan moving down to third place, but he's got the inside line for the dip. Will he make the stick move? Move stick, sorry for that, guys. Valentine's fever. Ooh, very, very close racing there. John trying to get through the pack as quick as possible.
But does it so cleanly?
And look at Janu van der Westhuizen and Dylan, both these guys, super clean drivers. Oh, a bit of a touch there between the two of them.
Now drag race. And followed by Jacques Jordan, which is looking for a way to squeeze past. And they close the doors on him.
It's a Golf, a Polo and another Golf. Let's see what happens. Janu very late on the break. They're trying to get as wide as possible to get a better turn in.
Dylan also very late on the brakes. I mean,
Dylan running a bit wide there. That might cost him some time. Janu then moving up into 4th place.
Dylan's still not backing out though.
And Janu pushing that Polo. Dylan right behind him. Jacques Jordan also. Oh, and Janu losing it. Janu has lost it and he hits the back of, unfortunately, there.
Disastrous.
And Hendler in the middle of it.
Also, as well.
So that was an unfortunate off there. Janu having lost it on the curb and then unfortunately collecting 2 cars there. Dropping way to the back of the field. Very, very unfortunate. But this is the racing here, guys. The guys are on the limit. They're pushing extremely hard. And it's bound to happen. We see Class C there. Massive dice going on there. Dylan van Wyk, Rian Fourie, Rion Schultz. A huge contended battle here, and if I'm correct, Lloyd Mills Rudy van der Westhuizen currently in the lead there of Class C. He's followed there, Henry having to come back now, and then Wayne Mitten has got his work cut out. So quite a big gap between Rian and Rudy and Wayne Mitten there. So Henry with a completely bent Golf.
Seriously broken Golf.
So massive dice ongoing here for Class C. Really wisely backing out of it, letting.
Well, he's got the power restriction compared to the Class A car, so one can expect to see that power difference, and that's why it was implemented.
And so Henry getting through there with a completely bent, and you can see that is why Wayne is currently a bit off. He's also had it running together somewhere somehow. So we see Chris Foley going off there, so something going wrong in the background there.
I think that was a barrier incident.
It did sound like it from the sound of it. So
that unfortunately it sends you right off to the outside once you hit that.
Oh, back to the
leading well.
Back to the lead. Jakovic there. New livery running the Bitstream Golf. They're currently in the lead. Followed there by Meldenhuis, and then we have the 2 Golfs, the 2 MK1s. And then Henko asking, whenever will Henlo's car not look like that? Never.
Well,
it doesn't happen.
That looks like about 5 bottles of martini, not just 5 glasses though.
Beer goggles. So this should be an interesting one. You can see John again. John is absolutely pushing that golf to the limit. And then you look at Jock. Jock is much more composed, but super fast.
Indeed, but yeah, they're definitely not going to hold back because they would like to see a repeat of race 1, and they've got their work cut out for it to make it a repeat.
Yeah, unfortunately, the accident
John might just have gained some drive on Melbourne there.
Yeah, John absolutely flying. He is pushing that golf really hard, and he is
definitely in the slip.
He's going for a move, and he wants to go for it. Side by side there, the golf having had the better run, as you said, Ryan, as well as the slipstream effect there.
He's going to have it on the brakes.
Very light on the brakes there.
Oh, that is
he going to go for the undercut? No.
Not quite, but yeah, just being squeezed out there. And it is so difficult to follow suit when you're up someone's bumper on this track. I mean, the corners are blind as it is, and yeah, it's an unknown. You just have faith in the driver ahead of you.
And you can see, well, both these guys are pushing it really hard. And now Jacques Jordan has joined the fight.
And this is all, and Yaku is being caught by this three-way battle as well. So this is going to turn into a four-way battle very soon.
The battle for the overall lead as well as the class lead in Class A. And John on a mission. He is not holding back. He is pushing really hard there.
And Jock's just going to sit back and watch and wait for something to happen.
As we know, John, it usually does.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So John on the inside now. He's managed to grab the inside line. Very bouncy on the inside, so can he make the move stick? You can see the golf locking up there, as I said, very bouncy. Melvin there going for the undercut. Can he pull it off? He's on the rear bumper, bit of a touch there.
That's racing. Oh, that is super close. There's like no room in that.
Again, another polo sandwich.
John going the defensive route, taking the inside line. Is it going to pay off?
Melvin actually making the pass on the outside there. So
nice pass there.
And now Jock is joining the battle.
So John's going to have his workouts out for him because he's got to keep his eyes on the mirrors and everywhere. Let's see if he wants to get a drive up. Don't think quite. Maybe, just maybe.
You can see if John can actually make this one stick. So we go on board there with John Massouz in the slipstream there, down the main straight. Melvin keeping the inside line there. And John has definitely got the run there.
See if the brakes hold up.
Side by side action. They still stay side by side. Who's getting the better run up the hill?
And Yaku's falling into the glimpses of this battle very quickly.
I'm just waiting for Jacques Jordan to make a move because I'm pretty sure he's holding back. He's not.
Yeah, but I think he's
being and a bit of a touch there. Oh,
that was not nice.
That was ever so slightly unfortunate. John going off there. Oh, and that's Jacques Jordan losing it.
I think Jacques kept his eyes on the mirror there. And possibly just too late in the break. So a very odd mix-up from what we anticipated.
But John immediately back on the track and not holding back. And I can promise you, he is going to nail this little golf to try and get to the lead.
Well, I think that's about as broken as I've seen John Massou's golf personally. So it must surely not be a pleasant result. But now you get some wind circulation inside, so he must be cooling off.
Well, going back to the Class C
battle. Super late on the brakes.
He is really pushing the golf and really pushing extremely hard. We're just going to run down to Class C quickly and see what's happening there. Rudy van der Westhuizen was last in the lead, not sure where he is now, trying to catch up there. And still leading Class. He's well ahead in Class C. And we see a massive battle now between, well, not a battle actually, it's actually Dylan Visage is starting to make his way back through the field and having passed Wayne Mitten there. So Wayne Mitten, not sure if he's got damaged, but he's currently unable to catch up to Rian van der Westhuizen. Rudy van der Westhuizen.
really having kept clear of being in the wars, really it makes such a huge difference in being able to maintain the gap.
See Jano also now coming back after that unfortunate off. And then in third place, Rion Schulz, currently last podium man, but he's under massive pressure there from Rian Fourie. Oh, that is a bit of a wide understeer there. That's going to allow Rian goes on the inside there. And then we see Rian van der Westhuizen and Chris Foley in the background. So this is a four-way battle for third place in Class C.
Yeah, some mistakes are happening, and the pressure's getting to the guys.
And now Melvin Goes having caught right up to Jaco Wiese.
And John's still not falling back, so he's hungry.
I think he's more pissed off than angry, to be honest.
I can imagine that.
Very late in the brakes there as they go through the dip, and you can see John is absolutely... He is driving the wheels of that Golf, whatever it has left.
But he keeps it in control, so surely must be gaining some time.
And then we see Jaco again starting with the understeer, so the front tyre is definitely starting to go there. So this will play into the favour of the Polo, and most likely John Masu as well.
Yeah, it definitely is not working in Jaco's favour having all the understeer. Using up all the slipstream, and got the inside line there by Melvin, so yeah, wonder if Jaco can defend
Very
it.
late on the
Maybe
brakes
he's
there,
gonna
running
go
wide.
for
Is
the undercut.
Jaco going for the undercut there? Can he get the run? It does seem like he has it.
Just not quite. I think some steering inputs dropped some pace there.
Yeah, he's got the run, he's going for it. No, he falls back.
Still starting back.
Well, this little battle is going to allow John and again Jacques to catch right up to them.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, Melvin just drops it on the dirt there. That curb is so nasty. But the Polo seems to be taking it a bit easier than the other cars.
Yeah, it's a bit more forgiving, but you can see the Mark 1 there in its stride, running the curbs and the grass as well.
John definitely catching up there, and yeah, Melvin's got to put the hammer down and try and defend it, because I think John is on one serious mission there.
They've got about 6 laps to go, so not a lot of laps left, and it's going to be 6 intense laps, that's for sure.
And Jaco's got the slipstream, and that Golf Mark II is exceptionally quick.
Very late on the brakes there by Jaco.
Very late.
That might cost him some time, turning in very sharply. Can he get the run? No, he has, well, they're side by side there. But now all of this has allowed John to get right into the action there.
And now John's got no movement to move. I mean, he's boxed there. See who's going to take it in turn.
Ooh, and Jaco losing it, nearly losing it there.
That is such a difficult one.
That was a big moment there. Well done there to Jaco.
Yeah, that could have ended up the whole battle. It could have destroyed it all. So very, very well done. Jaco has exceptional car control. That I will give him.
So John now on the attack.
And Jaco.
Yeah, I think Jaco is still recovering from his rally move there. Bit of a Scandinavian flick. Unattended Scandinavian flick.
It's a Mark II thing, because yeah, I can personally say that I experienced on on a numerous amount of occasions. So yeah, it seems to be pretty much normal. Yeah.
Ooh, very close, and John going for the undercut. Very quick move there by him. And John makes.
Melvin just opened the door there.
He pulls it off. So John, easy pickings
read
there.
it well. Yeah, he read it well. But Melvin not going to back out of it now. And goes up.
And contact way too late on the brakes there. And that pushes. That's unfortunate. So bad judgment there by Melvin, unfortunately. He will have to give the spot back, or he will be severely penalised. Not John's race, and I can assure you there will be some meetings after this.
Yeah, I mean, that's if the Golf wasn't broken before, it surely is now.
I've seen it worse once before. That was in the hands of Henlu.
Well, yeah. I mean, I haven't personally. I don't recall seeing it worse, but definitely not far off. Eh?
So that changes the whole field at the moment. I think Jaco having retained the lead.
And quite comfortably now as well.
Henry Kraus there, currently in third place, if I'm not mistaken.
That would be second place, if I'm not mistaken.
We see Melvin backing out of it there, waiting for John Masu to pass. So I think Henry is. We're just going to try and catch up here. Yeah, Jaco Wiese and Jacques Jordan now in a battle. So Jaco Wiese in the lead, Jacques Jordan in second. Then Henry Kraus in third place. Fourth place we'll see John Masu. And Melvin Gous drops back to fifth place.
Yeah, and Jacques Jordan can get the hammer down now because he hasn't really quite had the opportunity to get on with it. And we know he can do very well on this track.
So Rudy van der Westhuizen is he is controlling the race in Class C. He is running away from Wayne. Wayne has got no answers for him. Wayne there second place in Class C. Also a bit of a battered golf there.
But he's pushing. I mean, he's actually closed the gap slightly.
I'm not sure if Rian is still in third place. No, that is actually Rian Fourie has now gone into third place in Class C. So Rian Fourie, third place Class C, well done. And his second race, first race in Class C, job well done there. And then Chris Foley currently in fifth place in Class C, and he is followed by Rian van der Westhuizen. And behind him we have Dylan van Wyk, if I'm correct. Yes, Dylan van Wyk there.
Another broken golf. It's like it hasn't been the Mark 1's races for damage though.
No, not at all.
I've got to admit, because they're exceptionally quick, but they can't come out unscathed.
And then Dylan Visagi trying to make up for time. Him and Janu again at it. So somehow through all of this, they've kept together and they're still racing and having a job.
Well, I mean, you know, they are racing.
Look at this, Ryan. It's Jacques and Jaco Wiese side by side. Who's going to make the move here? Jacques on the inside there. Jaco on the
very well
outside.
Controlled on the brakes.
He's sticking on the outside. You see the understeer there shaves some time and power off the car. But they're side by side going up the back straight. What's going to happen here?
It'll be very interesting, and I think Jaco might feel a bit weary about what happened before. But taking an outside line, but
still sliding quite a bit. And Jaco retains the lead there. He stays ahead of Jacques, and Jacques has got his work cut out, and he's not holding back at all.
No, but he's very
late on the brakes.
I almost thought here's the leaders now taking each other out, but very nicely done.
And again, Jaco really loose on the braking, so that golf not making it easy for him.
No, definitely not. I wonder if Jacques going to have a run on me now. Might be a bit closer than the previous lap. See what happens.
Oh, and he's going for it. He is not backing out of it. He wants the win. And it seems the Mark 1 is quicker on the straight as soon as it gets into the slip.
It seems to be that way.
So move there, Jaco going.
Not quite, eh?
John, no, well, Jaco's got the run again. Will he be brave? Will he do it? I don't think so.
I think Jaco will try. And
again,
and almost the right moment again.
He's pushing the brakes on that car.
But now this might work in the favour of Jaco having a slipstream back up the main straight.
The Mark 1 is pretty quick down the straight, so let's see what happens.
And they're catching back markers as well, so this might turn very interesting very soon. Ooh, very late on the brakes there from Jaco, but
if Jaco can get the run there, I'm not sure if he backed out of the throttle there. And
I think he might be a bit far back though.
It does seem like he did shave off some speed to avoid contact there.
Yeah, well, Jacques also ran wide there, and yeah, I think they both lost some time there.
Well, once that little and that is race over. That is race over. John Masu there and Melvin Gous in side by side, 4th and 5th place. So John, unfortunately, there with a very battered car, not able to fend off the Polo, obviously due to damages. Then we see Henry Kraus there in 3rd place, 4th place Melvin Gous, 5th place John Masood, and unwilling to break. Rian van der Westhuizen there, he hasn't managed to catch up to Chris Foley quite like he would have had to, but still staying on track. Good. And then we see the end of the stream there. So unfortunately, the stream did cut a bit short, but there we see the winner of Class C, Rudy van der Westhuizen, taking it. Wayne Mitten, 2nd place in pretty knackered golf there. And then 3rd place was taken by, if I'm correct, Rian Fourie.
That would be correct. Yeah, it's Rudy van der Westhuizen, Wayne Mitten, and Rian Fourie.
Well, Ryan, I'm going to leave you to it for 2 minutes while I load in Class B. You can tell the guys about the historic that's coming again tomorrow night. I see Yandre asking you who's racing. Quite a big field, quite an interesting battle going on there. Also being streamed live by Pieter Geldenhuys. That doesn't work on your brain so much, more your arms.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But 2 minutes and I'll see you now.
What an interesting event, and what an entertaining series as well. I mean, I myself missed out in the first round, but got back into it at Pekisa, and what a joy. I mean, racing is hard and very interesting, as we've got huge V8s with enormous amounts of power, absolutely gunning it on the straights, and then you've got all your smaller, lower powered, lighter cars in the corners. That it just makes such interesting racing, and definitely close. I mean, you've got to plan it quite well, and it's I mean, we have, I believe we might have an extra sign up or two for tomorrow evening, but definitely not one to be missed. As Melvin said, it is actually being live streamed as it's being raced, so you definitely want to log in and watch that as well. Well, for those racing will obviously be taking part. For those that are able to watch, can enjoy it in the comfort of their own home. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. We are adding again some more changes, as we have the historic spheres. Instead of power restrictions, we're running weight penalties for the previous race wins. So whoever would have taken respective results or finishes in a previous race would have had, I think it's the top 10, would see weight added to their cars, and then it gives the guys in the back of the pack an opportunity to catch up in the championship as well. But yeah, there might be some development on some more weight penalties, some of the bigger cars as well. So definitely something not to miss, and definitely to watch out for.
Well, we see the Class B and C guys, Class B and D guys on grid now. Very interesting. TGN Racing Simulators, run by Werner Hubert and wife Denise Hubert. No less than 7 cars on grid.
What an outstanding turn up from them. I mean, I give them full credit for making the effort, opening up a shop on a Sunday evening to race. I mean, really, really big thanks to them making the effort.
Well, we're going to cross over. I don't know if you've got the grids there that you can maybe read to the guys. And Melvin, Melvin having entered this race not to be a competitor, but more to getting some practice time, being unable to test during the week, and just checking things out on grid, see that the whole new system works. So his result will not count towards the final points, should there be any questions. Ryan having the, how can I put it, the fortunes of being able to disqualify him.
Yeah, I'm not sure with the grid results, because according to qualifying Class B, Mark Guy was supposed to be in first on the grid. Sean Willifee second, Michael Rust followed by Justin Davies, then Henke van der Berg, Tinai and Kubi. So I'm not quite sure if you have the right replay there.
It might be that we got race 2 here. As you know, we have been struggling with the replays quite a bit for some reason.
Anyways, so yeah, while that gets looked at, we've got Mark Guy and Paul, followed by Sean Olivier for PZN Racing, Michael Rust in third place, followed by Justin Davies, Henke van den Berg in fifth, T9 Kube in sixth, Jandre Dippenaar down in seventh, Werner Hubert qualifying in eighth position, Eugene Kaiser in ninth, and Omar Khan for TGN Racing Simulators as well in 10th position.
Well, very interesting as well. PZN also has 4 or 5 cars on grid, so
yeah, the teams are really growing.
It's massive. But yeah, you can continue if you like.
Then obviously in Class D with Melvin's disqualification, first pole for Class D is actually then Ethan McDougall for TGN Racing Simulators, followed by Tabonga Gadzikwa, if I have that correctly, for TGN Racing Simulators as well. Marvin Sampson doing an absolutely astonishing job, getting third in qualifying. JP Brandt in fourth, followed by Denise Hubert in fifth, first on the ladies for TGN Racing Simulators, followed by Adrian Gous for SRA GTi, seventh Kolanian Blovu for TGN Racing Simulators, and then last but not least Caroline Jooste for PZN Racing and second in the ladies, and our only two lady entrants are Denise Hubert and Caroline Jooste.
Unfortunately, due to load shedding, Tanya Mank is unable to make it, and then due to admin restrictions, Katrine also not being able to race. So, yeah, a bit of a smaller field than we would have expected, but these ladies getting quicker and quicker every round, and we see the guys on grid there getting ready to start off. Should be an interesting one, very interesting to see what the Namibians does in the names of Jandre Dippenaar and Michael Rust, who knows this track inside out.
Oh, for sure, and it proves it as well.
Oh, and Justin Davis going for the grass there, but a splendid start there by Mark Guy. He hasn't been on track for a long time. He's in MK1 Luke Golf, and already on the inside there of Sean Olivier. Sean Olivier, we know, absolutely extremely fast, and he's not going to make it easy for Mark there.
No, definitely not. And so as for the rest of the Class B drivers, none of them are going to hold back.
Even Michael Rust there on the inside taking third place. So Michael, I'm pretty sure Michael is on new sim gear this weekend, if as far as I'm correct, and you can see if that's the case, it is absolutely helping a lot.
Yeah, it's I mean, good equipment definitely helps you, but yeah, sometimes simulation too much. But
Hendrik Kraus and Justin Davies in the background there having a bit of
that's Henke van den Berg.
Yeah, Henke's got the pink and grey car. I just wanted to really get that pink out there. And if you look up here, Sean Olivier right in the, well, that's Mark Guy on the slipstream of Sean Olivier. So he's really pushing. And then we see one of the TGN guys there. I think that is Denise. Not sure if she had a jump start or what went wrong there, but
well, it's only lap 2 now, so I think she just I think it might have been a bit.
And in the background there, we see it coming together between Tenai and Kubi and Henke van den Berg. They're not sure what happened there. And Mark really on the limit there in the rear bumper of Sean Olivier there.
But loses quite a bit of time getting it sideways there.
Now they've got Denise to cope with. Denise, one of the lady drivers, getting out of the way immediately. Sean Olivier putting a clean pass there. They have been told not to punt the slower drivers, and they must find a clean way around. So you can see Mark, having been boxed in there, will allow Melvin to slip through. As I said earlier, Melvin not counting any points, but just racing for the fun of it.
And we see Michael Rust obviously also battling his way through there as well.
You see Werner Hubert there, just hanging in there, having fun. Eugene Kaiser in the Saber Golf.
I wonder if Werner got caught up in the turn 1 shenanigans on the previous lap.
It might be.
Because Tenai, I don't know,
Well, we saw
was
tonight
caught up.
getting caught up with Henkus, so Justin Davis also quite a bit back now, so a lot happening here that we missed. But if you look at the top of the field, Michael Rust now putting pressure on Margai, and then Jandre Dippenaar at the back of Michael Rust. So this should be an interesting battle to watch.
Two drivers that know this track at the back of their end.
Both of them, they're there almost every weekend, so they've got a lot of time to think about it. And you see Michael there, the Polo really wants to step out of the rear. Michael's struggling there, but it seems Jandre has a bit
It's an interesting, it's an interesting way of getting the power down, and obviously, you know, one or the other getting the jump on the main straight.
We see Jandre asking there, I think he might have been off for a bit. Yes, Jandre, we did state earlier that Melvin's results will be removed. He only did this race to see that it runs cleanly and that the grits work and all that. So no points for him at all.
Justin Davies having a bit of a tough time catching up Jandre Dippenaar there, but that is a hot battle for first place. I mean, that is what five cars
fighting for the lead. Oh, and Jandre hitting the wonderful dip curve there, which is quite strange.
Well, fortunately not ending up worse than what it could have.
And Michael losing a bit of time there, sliding at the back, so he's falling back from Margai. Margai doing an absolutely splendid job. And once again, you can see the Mark 1 goals just flying. Oh, and we've got a
networking there.
That is JP Brandt there, bit of a glitch. We know he has some network issues. Fortunately, everybody seems to get through here. I hope so.
So Jandre not giving up on Michael Rust there, but yeah. On the entertainment perspective, yeah, Melvin giving Sean Willifield a hard time there in front.
These guys have been racing for quite some time, I think a couple of years at least, and they will know how each other drive. And
almost a scary moment there for Sean Willifield.
Jandre not happy with the dip, having bent his steering, but yeah, a bit of a dice going on here. Sean Olivier just playing it very, very nicely, but we're going to go back to the big dice here for Class B, which is Jandre and Michael, and they are going at it.
Yeah, I think they were definitely pushing very hard because you know there's some mistakes being made by both drivers, which is odd to see because we don't usually see that.
Sean Willifield very bright on the brakes there, and Jandre as well. So these guys are pushing, they're not holding back at all. Justin Davies just about losing contact with him, but if anything goes wrong, he will be right there to pound and gain some positions.
Interesting lines from Justin Davies though.
He's really pushing that Polo really hard. Well, the other day when Omar came into chat, immediately they knew each other, so Justin coming from the drift world, and it did show in the historics. He's absolutely flying in there, getting used to the front wheel drives here, but getting quicker and quicker every single round.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, but it seems to look like T9 Kube at the back, which is also very, very quick, actually gaining some ground on Justin.
He's slowly but surely catching up. Then we see Omar Khan there, struggling a bit, but we have a nice dice here between Werner Hubert and Eugene Kaiser. So Eugene in the little Sabre Golf doing a splendid job, but Werner has caught up and passed him. So can he come back?
But Eugene doesn't go down without a fight though.
No, he never walks away, and he's going for a move.
Making...
Oh, that is gonna
squirmy. Oh,
that's gonna hurt.
You can see even under brakes, that is like Werner reading that and seeming, I wonder if this is gonna go wrong. But well done for keeping that clear and you know, not having any contact, but very well read.
That was a brown moment for both drivers, I do believe.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, that could have been sore for the evening though.
And then one of the Class D drivers, we have to look at Ethan McDowell there. And not doing a bad job at all. I do believe he is currently in the leading Class D. And he is followed. No, Kalani has had an off. He is first time in the sim. Chonga Gatsik chasing Ethan McDowell there. Got a cook sister word here, but the guy's doing a good job.
Yeah. But on the discussion of Ethan McDowell, really, from when we first seen him into our series, really gained loads of pace and becoming more and more consistent and comfortable with the car. So job well done to him.
And then with the power restrictions, I must say, looking at the times, you can see Caroline yesterday getting into the things. Yandere spending hours on end with her, getting into the groove, and she is becoming stronger and stronger every single race she competes in. Bit of an off there, going for a different line, but you can hear flat on taps, revving the Polo, getting used to it. From the first race to where she's now, absolutely fantastic job.
But I must say, I do believe she knows this track very well too, and was very eager to race this event.
Well, it's a local track, it's a home track, and it always feels special to race your home track, even if it's on a sim. It's just that it has that thing to it.
No, for sure, definitely.
And if you look at this, Mark Guy and Sean Olivier, that is actually the Class B lead battle, and they are side by side. Mark not giving up, and Sean not giving up either. They're side by side going into turn one. Michael Rust in the background there. He's going to wait for it and see what happens.
Mark going for the undercut there.
Well, has he got the pull? He's definitely got the lighter car, but that Golf 2 of Sean really gets the power down out of the corner. And is Mark going for it? No, he's not. He's not going to make that stupid move that someone else in Class A did.
Yeah, no, for sure. But both Margai and Sean Olivier, well-seasoned drivers, and you don't often see mistakes happen from them either.
I mean, you can see all four top drivers at the moment. This is first, second, third, and fourth. Yandere having fallen a bit ever so slightly, but I do think after he's hit with a dip barrier, his car might not be as it should be.
But I think also Michael Rust also gaining some well-needed experience with his new equipment, as we believe.
I'm not sure if he's running it, but I do believe he said he was going to. Oh, and Mark really late on the brakes there. So this allows Michael to catch right up.
It cost him a lot of time.
Yeah, Sean now getting away, and once Sean gets away, I can assure you he's gone. He is just one of those drivers, once he gets clear in, he can start to ride the proper race lines. He absolutely flies, and he was super fast in qualifying as well. Oh, and Michael running a bit wide there.
He wasn't the only one that... Sean Olivier did have another moment there. But yeah, Marka is not going to back down quite that easily. He's still going to give Sean a run. And I believe we still have a huge battle developing here.
Well, Eugene now seems to be... He's actually fallen away. Vanner has pulled away from Eugene, so... Job well done there by Eugene and now by Vanner, and now Omar is starting to attack Eugene. Still a bit of a way off, but he might catch up quite quick if Eugene makes any mistakes.
Yeah, well, Omar definitely knows his way around, especially behind the wheel. So it'll be interesting to see him grow and develop with the Golf Mark 2s, as it's very unfamiliar territory with front wheel drives for him.
And we see Enku there all on his own, just getting in lap times, having had an off in the first corner with Tenai. Not quite sure what happened there, as I said, but they resulted after the whole event, and all spirits are good, but staying on track, getting the points back, and looking forward to the next race.
Yeah, it's always super important to just finish the race and get the points. I mean, it makes such a huge difference as we have drop rounds. So, you know, instead of just, you know, going back to the pits, not scoring any points. It's so much better just to get a couple, and because otherwise scoring a 0 doesn't count as a worst event.
Well, somewhere, somehow, Mark has managed to pass Sean. So Sean now has got his work cut out to try and repass Sean. Now remember, this is for the overall win as well as the Class B win.
And back markers coming into play as well.
Oh, very late there by both drivers, going on the inside there. Adrian Gous backing out of it there. Michael Russ now having to get past him, and he will quite easily do it up the back straight with a power difference. These cars actually running a 75% restriction, so they're a lot slower than the Class C cars.
No, that's for sure. And Mark Guy running wide there opens up the door there.
You see
Caroline getting well out of the way,
making sure she's not in this pack of hooligans. But I must say, they've been behaving themselves quite good tonight.
That has been exceptionally good.
And Sean on the rear bumper there off Margai. Can Olivier pull this one off?
Ooh, I think he got caught out there.
Ooh, that was and that is not the easiest of corners, to be honest.
No, definitely not. And then, as well with turn 1 as what we saw, Sean Olivier braking so late. I think if I remember correctly, the guys are clocking at about anything from 207 to 212 kilometers an hour down the back straight. And if you, on the main straight, and if you get it loose there, there's no stopping it.
Under slip, the guys actually went up to about 218, 219, if I'm correct. And look at both these cars sideways under braking. Jandre and Justin putting some drifting skills in there. They want to put a front wheel drive sideways. They are pushing it really, really hard.
I don't wonder what. Either Justin's caught up big time or Jandre has just really lost some pace.
I think Jandre is struggling with the bent suspension. He hit that dip really, really hard, and he's ever since fallen back. But he is not an easy customer to get past, and he will make that golf wider than you can make any other golf.
Yeah, no, he captures out Justin Davies there, so yeah, but difficult to read.
A lot happening here. Sean Olivier now, he's past Mark. We just missed that one, but Sean Olivier now takes the lead. And
but Mark Guy's got the slip now.
Mark in the slip there, and then Michael Russ just hanging back, having a look at this dice, and as they go side by side, I'm looking at the background as well, and we can see Jandre has got the line on it, and Mark on the outside there. Justin's got the inside line and the braking.
Oh, very lately. But interesting that it's now the second time Mark Guy's chosen the outside line as a passing maneuver down the main straight.
It is super bumpy on the inside. So, and in the Mark 1 Golf, which I've heard is like a trolley with steering rear wheels, it's not easy. And still side by side, Sean wants this win. He's not backing out of it. He is pushing, and Michael Russ just sitting there, waiting for this battle to unfold. The problem with two drivers like these, the chances they get together is close to zero. So once you get close enough, you're going to have to either join in or you're not going to get past them.
No, for sure. And you've got to you've really got to make use of an opportunity to pass if the opportunity presents itself, because other than that, you're not getting past.
Sean having a bit of a breather there now. We're going to go with this little battle. Justin Davies still right on the rear of Jandre Dippenaar, unable to get past him. They are fighting super hard. Jandre on the inside there, covering his line. Justin going for the outside line. They're side by side, under braking. Justin very late, and again. They are on the limit.
Amounts of understeer there.
So Justin going there for the undercut. He's made it work for him. But now Tina is joining in on the battle, and I can promise you, Jandre is not going to back out of this easy. If he can stay right in the slip, he's going for it again. Jandre on the inside there, very late on the brakes.
He's not going to make it easy.
This is a super nice going on here, guys. Ooh, and you can see Jandre is really struggling with the rear there. So
edging closer to that barrier again, and now back markers are gonna.
Oh, and we see one of the goals going off there.
Oh, that was naughty.
That was Glover joining there. I'm pretty sure Vannon would have talked to him and told him, hey, but be a bit more careful next time. But so far, job well done to these guys. They really join every race, and they stick to the rules. So
But that's it. It's allowed Justin Davies to just edge their gap on
just a little bit.
Jandre Dippenaar, because that rejoining caught Jandre off guard, and unfortunately had to back down just ever so slightly out of it.
So Sean now pulling away. As I said, once he gets clean air, he tends to pull away, and he's doing just that now. Marga in third place, well, second place actually, and Michael Rust in a solid third place.
Yeah, I think he's settling down, but also, just not worth it risking it all, to gain an extra grid place. But he'll be on the podium, gaining some good points indeed. He's got good space around him.
You can see Jandre definitely having handling issues. Justin pulling away now. Now Jandre is coming under attack from T9. Not sure if they've got enough laps to actually get together. They are quite close to the end of the race.
But T9 isn't.
Oh, and the race over. That was the end of the race.
But super racing throughout, really.
And we see Ethan McDowell, the job well done, they're taking the Class D win, followed by Kulani and Glover. Not sure if he took second place. I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah. So with that, we've obviously got Class B, first place going to Sean Olifield from PZN Racing. Mark Guy from Holson Bread Racing in second place, Michael Rust in third place for Volvo Cars Namibia, and then followed by Justin Davies, Jandre Dippenaar and T9 Kube, and Werner Hubert finishes in seventh place, Eugene Kaiser in eighth, ninth Henke van der Berg, and 10th Omar Khan. And then in class...
I'm quickly going to go for a bathroom break. Give me a minute or two, and then we'll continue with the second race. So you can have a chat with the guys. I don't know if there's any of the guys watching the stream who want to have a chat with us, but I'll be back in a bit.
Yeah, so obviously we've got Ethan McDougall finished first in Class D. Kulani and Glover doing off, even despite North doing very well, getting second place in Class D, followed by Adrian Close. And then Caroline Neuster finished ahead of Denise Hubert, apparently. Very well done for PZN Racing in fourth place. Then in fifth place, Tavonga and Gadzikwa here for TGN Racing Simulators. In seventh place, Denise Hubert. But yeah, I think if I remember correctly, she might have had a bad start. Unfortunate for that, but still job very well done. Then in eighth place, JP Brandt for Vivid Racing. I'm not quite sure what happened, but yeah, he had some network issues. And then for some other reason, we have Marvin Sampson in eighth place for Sampson Racing. So as far as I can see, he did finish a lot less laps. So I'm not exactly quite sure what happened with regard there. But yeah, other than that, we will see I think we should see a top places reverse grids for classes B and D, and if I'm not mistaken, then Werner Hubert starts with the second race in the lead, and hopefully can bag some points there and pull away there.
Yeah, I reckon Werner spoke to him after the race. We said what a super fun race. They really enjoyed it, and I mean, we just saw the Class B guys from what we saw before the restrictions. We had
chaos
and a headache of the evening. It completely turned around, and it was super fun racing to watch.
And this track is not the easiest to have, super clean racing. It is a very demanding track as well.
It's a headache for admin, to be honest, but it's a super fun track to drive, especially with the elevations and the bumpiness. It's going to be interesting to do this track later in the season the other way around, which it has actually been driven, and should be fun to watch.
Oh, for sure.
So with these, we see the top 7 inverted for race 2. This will see Vanner in the lead there, and next to him will be Tinai. Behind them, I think that will be Jan-Andre Dippenaar with Justin Davis, Michael Rust, Margai and Sean Olivier. Not sure if you could hear me now, Ryan.
Yes, yes. Sorry.
Bit of awkward moment with the VR.
No, it's all good. It's been relying, hasn't it?
Yeah, the guy's starting with the countdown now. And it's actually when you sit on the grid and you know it's going to be a close dice, it's the closer you're going to get to real life racing for sure.
It's a tense moment because I mean we do see mistakes from jumping the lights. So yeah, the guy's definitely vibrating on the start. If I want to call it that way.
Unfortunately, load shedding kicking in the first 10 minutes of the race, and a lot of drivers sadly having to disconnect, but still the guys kept on going, and you can see a massive pack there coming down the field, Class A and D, B and D, and absolutely flying, sorry, on the wrong car there. And we now see Justin, well, look at Vanner Hubert. Vanner got a good start there, and he's actually pulling away now from Jan-Andre. So Jan-Andre is going
starting at the front of the grid really helps, but yeah, definitely you've got to close that door in the first corner.
And Justin Davis immediately attacking Jan-Andre Dippenaar. So these two guys are at it from the word go.
Yeah, I think Justin just backed out of that one
bit of a touch there. But, we see Tinai now in the clear. He's being chased by Michael Rust. Then we have Margai behind him. Then we have Sean Olivier, who's also having to come from the back of the pack. And the pace is so close that it's not going to be an easy task.
No, it's going to be a busy field. Let's see what it shows.
Oh shit! I forgot to. We have to restart. Sorry guys, my bad. I'm seeing what I'm seeing on screen, and I made a big boo-boo there. Ryan, I forgot to switch the stream.
Goodness me. Yeah, sorry. I'm not watching via the stream, but
yeah, it's I've got 3 screens running here, and it's absolutely chaotic, guys. Sorry for that. Everybody can see the screen now. We're gonna start, and we're gonna redo this one. I am so sorry.
Let's go for this again. Adrian Goos made a good start there, though.
Well, they see Vanner Hubert, Jan-Andre Dippenaar, Justin Davis, Tinai Kube, Michael Rust, Margai, all the guys right in there. Massive battle. Justin Davis, Jan-Andre Dippenaar already side by side. Michael Rust there climbing into 4th place. Tinai having a good start. No contact whatsoever in either class, and an absolutely fantastic start to race 2.
Yeah, indeed, and you could see Vanner Hubert going very defensive there at the start, ensuring he keeps first place.
Yeah, once you've got that first place and the guys battle behind you, you've actually got that bit of an edge. But as soon as someone quicker breaks away and you make one mistake, you're going to be full on in the doghouse.
Yeah, it's a lot to keep up, and you've definitely got to put in the lap times each and every time just to break away, and it's a lot of work. I mean, it may be easy just to, when you're in the lead away, but it's not quite that easy.
And you see in the background there, all you see is the 2 pink headlights of Henko van der Berg. He is trying to make his ways there, flashing to guys his pinkies, and he had a bit of a bad run in race 1, but with race 2 being 17 minutes plus a lap, it might just happen. We got to go, and Justin really wide there. Unfortunately, lost it completely under braking. Oh, and there's another connection there. Oh, unfortunately,
yeah, not exactly the favourite of joins either, but
Margai then off there completely. Vanner Hubert now pulled away quite some distance with all of this going on. And then we go to the 3-way battle. Jan-Andre Dippenaar, Tinai Kube, and Michael Rust all battling for 2nd place. And then we see Sean Olivier also now joining in on the fight for second.
He made way of a little bit of incident, but that's what happens. If you read it well, you can definitely gain some places.
Unfortunately, therefore, Margai spoke to him afterwards, and he said he actually had a good time. Unfortunately, he went there with Justin rejoining the track, and everybody having to take a void of action, and contact was inevitable. So, but yeah, racing goes on, and the guys are absolutely flying at this stage. Jandre pulling away ever so slightly. Sean now on the outside of Tina and Kube. Will he make it stick? He's on the move. We know he's got the pace. Can he pull it off Tinai? Well,
He gets the edge there.
job well done there. We know Tinai's still quite new to SRA, but he's been coming from strength to strength, and it shows here. He practices with the guys lately, and he's absolutely doing a splendid job dicing here mid-pack. Oh, and a bit of contact there between Sean and Tinai. Michael Russ taking a void of accident there.
Goodness, that was close. That could have ended up very badly. And tonight goes back for his position.
So that was a bit of a ballsy moment. So Tinai is on the attack. He's trying to get past Sean, and Michael Russ, bit of a slide there.
Yeah,
Justin
he
Davis
just
now on the
dropped it
inside.
onto the dirt there.
And then we see Pinky Pink at the back there. Henko van der Berg followed closely by Eugene Kaiser. So it's all 7 or 8 cars are all in a battle and can possibly take podium here.
Tonight really on the attack there on Sean Olivier. Wonder who's going to take it now into turn 1. Justin Davies also going for a leap on Michael Rust. See Tanai backing out of it.
Backing out of it, we see Henko in the background. They're not sure what exactly happened, but he's got through the corner and he's on the inside there of Eugene. But we're going to stick with this one. An absolutely massive battle ongoing here for the second place, to be honest.
Yeah, actually.
I know you guys want to know what's going on in Class D, but this is just too close to call. We have to stick with this one. It is a massive dice ongoing here for second place overall. Currently leading Werner Hubert, pulling away ever so slightly with everything ongoing behind him. Jandre Dippenaar, and now he's being caught by teammate Sean Olivier. Now, will team orders come into play, or will Jandre let Sean go? Has Sean got the pace? I'm not sure.
I don't think Jandre is going to take the team orders there. I think he's still going to fight for his position.
He's quite a team player, so he might actually let Sean go if he knows he's a lot quicker than him. But Jandre is absolutely flying in this race. Again, under braking, that Golf is not happy, and Tinai is super late on the brakes there. Now, if these guys start to fight, that will allow Tinai to catch right up. But Sean is pushing. Sean is not holding back.
No, definitely not. And I think Justin Davies also making a couple of mistakes there.
Bit of a touch there. Sean takes the move there. Jandre not giving too much of a hard time. But now it's under attack from Tinai.
And Tinai's got the drive and passes as well. Well done. A lot of drive lost there from Jandre Dippenaar through that touch, but it shows you that that's what can happen.
The slightest of contact, and now Sean has got his eyes set on the TJ Racing Simulators Golf of Werner Hubert. Werner currently in the lead, but we know Sean is absolutely super fast on this track. He's shown it in qualifying, he showed it in race 1, and it's gonna be heads down, balls to the wall, and flat out.
You can see Tinai also wanting to make all the way possible as well.
And then in the background there, I'm just going to go Henko van der Berg and Eugene Kaiser side by side there. Sabat Golf, Zodiac Racing Polo. Oh, and that is Jandre Dippenaar. Not sure what happened there. We moved our screens just too quick, and unfortunately for Jandre Dippenaar, something must have gone wrong.
I think Eugene got caught out by that one as well.
Yeah, he got into the barriers. So, I mean, the guys are pushing 110%, and it does happen. So, not sure quite what, but I think we will see on the stream pretty quick if there was something that we should know. But now, Werner Hubert still in the lead. Sean Olivier, Tinai and Kubi, and then Justin Davis and Michael Rust under a massive battle now, or in a massive battle.
Yeah, I mean, it's still anything to play for. I mean, anything can change, as we have also just seen. But Justin Davies, I don't know if he's close enough for a slipstream. Maybe not.
Sure. I'm not too sure. He's getting closer though, so it is working for him.
Yeah,
And-
just not quite enough.
And he's struggling with braking, definitely. You can see Michael is a lot more stable under braking, whereas Justin is, the rear end just wants to step out all the time.
Yeah, but that would prove a difference in setup and brake bias as well. All in the works.
Werner Hubert, after quite a horrible event last weekend, and we see Sean Olivier going quite wide there, so
Yeah, but keeping it straight at least.
he's got him back to the track. He's turned that golf into a rally golf now.
They are famous for that. But yeah, they are slightly catching Werner Hubert though.
I mean, we know Tina is quick, we know Sean is quick. They are surely pulling away from Michael and Justin, and Michael in turn is pulling away from Justin, so Michael also going max attack now, knowing that if these two guys get involved in a battle, he will be there to take a position.
But he also doesn't want them to run away, and I mean, he wants to keep up as well.
Sean running a bit wide there. Can Tinai get the run here? He's got the better run out of the corner.
But Sean going very defensive as well.
Go on board there with Tinai. You can see him really working that wheel.
But backing out where you might know that something might happen, so job well done there.
As they go down towards the dip, you've got to get this one just right, too close, and it's ouch, ouch.
And too wide, and it's
Another ouch, ouch. You can see this one very late on the apex there. Can he get the run on Sean?
Yeah, Sean doing an absolutely splendid job hugging the apex all along there.
And actually down the straight, you can feel the wheel working. It's really bumpy, and well, he's got the slip. He's going for it. Sean is on the inside there. He's covering his line. Now going for the outside.
I wonder if he got out too early though.
Well, he's very early on the brakes compared to Sean. So Sean extremely late on the brakes there. And out of interest, we're going to go into Sean's car and see what it's like in this 16-valve Golf. And you can see Sean a lot more stable on the wheel. So he's got a much softer car, I do believe.
Yeah, well, generally with these Golfs, my experience, one does
playing with a curve of death there.
Yeah, he's done it a couple of times.
So goes through the dip, got the line perfect through there.
He's got his eyes set on Werner Hubert.
He is pushing to catch Werner. He is slightly pulling away from Tinai now.
And getting it square behind the brakes as well.
That is how we know that Golf.
He makes huge progress getting to Werner on that.
As they come down the straight, yeah, you can see now the gap a lot closer, and Tinai also right in there still. He is not falling too far back. So this should be turning into a three-way battle for the win.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
Ooh, Werner running quite a bit wide there, so feeling the pressure there. And Sean now within striking distance as well as Tinai.
Yeah, that's such a difficult position. And back markers coming into play very soon as well. That'll be very interesting. Werner struggling with tyre wear because you can see him just ever so slightly wider and wider on some corners.
Yeah, Sean making an easy pass there. Werner playing it safe. Doesn't want to get involved in a bit of argy-bargy. And Tinai, he's pushing. He's going for it.
But I'll give it credit, huge enthusiasm from Tinai wanting to do well and learn as he goes on as well.
You can see the power difference between the Class A and B and C cars. They're literally just going to catch up so fast to that power. You can see it here now. And it should be easy pickings for them. But Tinai now going for second place. Vanner in a very uncomfortable position there. 3 cars side by side. He plays it wisely. Lets Tinai go. Can he get the run as they go up the back straight?
Not quite, but well done to Caroline as well for just providing space for Michael Rust and Justin Davies behind them.
Well, as a back marker, I mean, it's gonna be hair raising to see 5. How can I put it? Crazy people coming at you at maximum attack, and yeah, I reckon each one of these guys needs to send a rose for Valentine's Day at least.
Personally delivered by Rudy.
So now he's not putting away from Vanner. Vanner is responding now, and it might be that his tires overheated a bit, or maybe cooled down just too much. But he's responding, and he's putting in the times now, and he's really not holding back.
Yeah, he doesn't want to fall back too much because Michael Rust is also in a mission, and another driver that is very quick and definitely knows
you
his
can
way
see
around.
Vanner now has responded. That Golf wasn't squirming for one single lap, and he is now literally starting to slide it. So he knows the pressure is on, he knows he's got to push it now, and that's exactly what he's doing. But Sean there up front, pulling away, he's got clear air, as I said, and he's got to enjoy the clear air and just make the best of it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Sean always utilises that.
And in the background, that is Justin Davies having gone off. So he's lost a lot of ground on Michael Rust there.
Yeah, and unfortunately that is going to be so difficult to recover from.
Especially at the pace they're currently running, the lap times well into the low 109s. Michael now catching up to Vanner, so not sure if Vanner made a slight mistake there, or I'm pretty sure his tyres are starting to wear down. We saw it with Jacovici in the Class A battle. We saw it with Yandra in the previous race. It seems like the Polos do keep their tyres better on this track than the Golfs.
It surely must be, and not to mention that this track is very demanding on tyres as well.
A bit of understeer moment there by Michael, but
that very nicely done though. I think it was a bit too hot in on the brakes there.
So we're going to leave this battle just for a slight bit, just going to try and see what's happening Class D. And I'm pretty sure Ethan McDowell should be leading this one with the TJ in 7. No, well, he is actually. That is Omar Khan ahead of him, if I'm correct. No, Omar Khan has gone into load shedding.
So I think it must be Kalani or Denise.
No, that is Kulani right there. He's actually ahead
But he's
of...
actually in the lead.
No, he is being lapped now by... It's pretty confusing now, but I think Tavonga is currently leading. And yes, Tavonga leading Class D, followed by Ethan McDowell.
Yes, seems
So
that
we've
way.
got another TGN Racing Simulator Golf 1-2 in Class D if they don't make any mistakes. Job well done, guys.
It's absolutely great to see some newer faces and doing so well as well.
There you see the rest of the pack. That's JP Brandt, Adrian Goos, Denise Hubert, and they are actually being caught up now by the leaders. Sean Olivier has got 3 cars to pass here, and he's got to get past them clean. This will allow Tinai to catch up. So he's...
Oh, that is so scary.
Bit of a close one there.
Oh, unfortunately, Adrian Close being caught up in that, but yeah, that was... Yeah, I mean,
Now,
faster drivers have to pass through cleanly.
They have to
slow
pass
drivers,
through cleanly and wait for it. Bit of an unfortunate one there. They were in a battle of their own, and Sean trying to get through there without letting Tinai. He knows under pressure from Tinai. They've got one more back marker to pass. Adrian Goos sadly out of this one. They were in a massive battle there for 3rd place for Class D. As they go down the main straight, Tinai now on the outside going to the grass, so they are really at it and giving it their all. They're not holding back.
So
And contact there between Sean and Tinai. So this is going to be a massive off with both drivers. Can Vanner come back? Michael Rust there. Now it's all changed. Tinai has fallen completely off. Vanner is now back in a battle for 1st place, as is Michael Rust.
that was a change of events, and Sean Williford making the best out of the incident, just trying to get back onto track
A
and
bit of a touch
fighting
there.
hard.
He knows he's under pressure now. Michael Rust knows he's within striking distance. He's not. He's pushing him really out. Almost runs into the barrier there. You can see the polo getting a bit squirmish. Justin Davis is also caught right up. So a lot happening here in the closing stages of the race.
That was intense. I wonder if Michael Rust is going to have the slipstream on Werner Joubert up the main straight. I don't know if he's close enough, but I think he might just be. He's definitely going to go.
Michael has got the slip. He's going on the outside. Werner wisely on the inside there. They're side by side. They know on the far inside it's going to be super bumpy. Laid on the brakes by both drivers, and in the background there we can see Henko van der Berg also. Well, he's having a nice now with Tinai, who's trying to recover. Tinai on the inside there, getting the run on Henko. So another battle evolving here. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, so to say.
Yeah, sure.
And Michael Summer has got to pass Werner, and now Werner is under attack by Justin Davis. I think Werner at this stage just trying to avoid any unnecessary contact. I mean, rather bag the points than having to end up in the tyres.
Yeah,
and
I think
so close to the end of the race that you do not want to mess this up.
I think this might even be the last lap, though.
But looking at the background there, Henko van der Berg, Tinai and Kube, they are absolutely side by side, not an inch to give, and I can't find the name on the bloody screen. So Tinai and Kube side by side. Yes, that's the end of the race. Sorry guys, I was a bit late there, Henko. I just couldn't find the bloody name. But anyways guys, well done. Extremely close racing. I'm not sure what happened there in Class D. Ryan, you will have to enlighten us, but fantastic driving from all the guys.
Yeah, it's difficult to follow, and yeah.
Under those circumstances, such close racing, it's going to go wrong. I mean, you can never, ever expect something to happen. Wow, yeah.
No, for sure. So, in order to top that off, for Class B honours, Sean Williford takes first place for PZN Racing, followed by Michael Rust for Volvo Cars Namibia, and Werner Joubert taking third place for TGN Racing Simulators, followed by Justin Davies, and then Tinai Kube just beat out Henko van der Berg there for fifth place. Henko van der Berg obviously in sixth place there. Eugene Kaiser in seventh place. Jan-Ray Dippenaar, as we saw, having a big off there in turn one.
I just thought of something.
Place.
Sorry for chipping in. Now you see, Henko has got a pink car. So he's Pinky. You remember that cartoon thingy? Pinky and the Brain?
Yes.
You know what car Christian is going to get? A big fat mouse.
The car shape suits it though.
He does.
Anyway, then, we've got Mark Guy in ninth place also after a huge collision there. Unfortunately, finished strong in race one, but second race didn't go his way. But yeah, that's for Class B. Then for Class D, Tavonga Gadzikwa for TGN Racing Simulators takes first place. Very well done. Nice to see a new face there on podium places. Second place goes to Ethan McDougall for TGN Racing Simulators. Followed in third for TGN Racing Simulators as well, and first in ladies, Denise Hubert. And fourth, JP Brand for Vivid Racing. Adrian Gous, unfortunately, losing out in a bit of battle there on the last lap, as we saw for SRA Bidstream. Caroline Jooster for PZN Racing in sixth place. Kulani and Lovu for TGN Racing Simulators in seventh place. Seems that he might have got a penalty. And then Marvin Sampson in eighth place for Samson Racing. And that concludes that.
Thank you so much for joining. Also, special thanks to Dylan Conway, who was sitting with us in chat the whole time. As he said earlier, it's always great to learn new things. So, guys, if you want to get involved in commentating and join us here, yeah, you can hear the tongue. It's two Burkies here trying to talk English. It's not always easy, but we try our best and we try to bring you the action as far as we can. We can't always cover everything. We literally go blind into this thing and just, there's no live results, there's nothing. We literally stream what we see on screen. So thanks for joining, and if we do miss you or we do not mention you, next time either make a massive accident that we can see or get involved in a huge dice. I would suggest number 2.
Yes, and we'll definitely try and repair the loss of vision for race 2 starts.
Yeah, that does happen sometimes. Anyway,
But
guys.
yeah, absolutely fantastic racing.
Ryan, thanks for joining. I know you're busy packing, you're busy moving house. But we'll, for those racing tomorrow, we'll see you there. For those wanting to see some big cars going sideways, being chased by little cars, be sure to join that stream brought to you by Pieter Geldenhuys. We will share the link. Believe me, it is fun to watch. It's the guys really, they do it super sideways, and it gets interesting at the best of times. Actually very clean, but very, very spectacular.
Indeed.
Again, guys, thanks for joining. Ryan, thanks for joining. Dylan, sitting in the stream, watching all of this, listening to all of our cuck speaking, and yeah, we'll see you on Sunday at, I think it is Killarney or Swartkops.
We will indeed. That's Kalani, I think, for the next one.
Anyways, I'm not going to comment on that one. Hopefully
Thanks, guys,
I don't roll another car twice this weekend, but yeah, that's the Class X race, which is another story. So yeah, cheers guys, have a good one, and have fun.
See you next time. Cheers, guys.